Hi, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Crystal Marshall, and today I want to take a few minutes of your time to speak with you on media and the impacts that it can have on society. So, how does media affect you? Globally, everyone in some way or another uses some type of media, whether it be the news, social networking, or just using websites to look up or gather information. But have you ever thought about the negative impacts that it could have on you? As someone who uses social media every single day, I can tell you that it can for sure have a negative impact on a person and their views as well. With that being said, I would like to speak with you today on the impacts of media on society. I will talk to you about the three of the different ways that it does. The first way is affecting physical health. The second way is it'll affect psychological well-being of a person. The third way is how it can influence people and completely change their views on society as well as many other things. So, first, let's begin with the physical impacts. Media has made plenty of negative impacts on society, one of the important ones being the physical impacts that it can have on a person's body, which could be sleep issues and weight gain. Those are just a couple of the major issues. Sleeping problems are one major physical impact. According to Associate News Director at Rick Nort, PhD of Psych Central, in August of 2018, University of Pittsburgh Medical School researchers discovered that those who spend a lot of time on social media throughout the day or check it more frequently throughout the week are more likely to suffer from sleep disturbances than their peers who use social media less. When an adult has trouble sleeping, they will more than likely turn their phones on social media to have something to do until they can fall asleep, which in the long run would end up causing more recurring sleep problems. Another impact of the media on the physical part is weight and obesity. These days and time, more and more children are using tablets and smartphones, which could lead to less physical activity time, which is the same in adults. According to the Great School staff of www.greatschools.org, in August of 2011, due to obesity and inactivity, millions of kids ages 12 to 19 already have a pre-diabetic condition that puts them at risk for full-blown diabetes and cardiovascular problems as adults. There are food commercials being shown more often on TV and on the internet as well, which aim to make people want to buy more food and eat more often. Eventually, it could lead to weight gain and later on obesity, if not treated soon. And if the amount of media used isn't limited to help reduce the amount of food ads seen often. Now that we have discussed the physical effects, let's discuss the psychological effects. Media can have some major psychological impacts on health as well. It can cause depression and anxiety in some cases, as well as peer pressure, causing someone to feel the need to change their life or their whole lifestyle just to be able to fit in on social media. Anxiety and depression is the first psychological impact that it can cause. No matter which social media platform you go on, you cannot escape seeing some form of news or another on there. Whether it be an article, a video, or just a post from someone at a news station. Either way, health reporter and writer Markham Hyde of Time.com in May 2020 says more than half of Americans say the news causes them stress. And many report feeling anxiety, fatigue, or sleep loss as a result. Seeing amateur videos or pictures from bystanders can lead to stress also, which can cause a person to have sleep issues, unusual or aggressive behavior, and more. The next impact of media on psychological health is peer pressure, which is feeling the need to fit in. Staff writer Virginia Valencia of the Coast Report Online, May 2013, says the fear of being the odd man out and the fear of rejection and the need for acceptance makes people jump on the bandwagon even when one doesn't agree or understand. Many just want to have some sort of connection with others and make new friends as well. A person can see others or groups doing something either good or bad, and that would make them feel the need to join in as well in order to make them feel more accepted. Lastly, now that we know that the media can impact our physical health and our psychological health, let's discuss how it can have major impacts on the way a person views society, along with other things. The first of those impacts being most of the over-exaggerating and misinforming of the media and their coverage, which leads to fear and panic of the people, causing people to start freaking out and changing the way they look at the government. In light of recent COVID-19 outbreak, it's fair to say that the media went a bit crazy with their reporting on the situation. In an article by CNN editor-at-large Chris Cillizza, March 2020, more than 3 in 4 Republicans believe that the media has exaggerated the risk posed by the coronavirus, with more than half of GOPers, 53%, suggesting that the press greatly exaggerated the dangers posed by the virus. The coverage of the virus had led to most of the people thinking that it's the fault of the POTUS or the government, therefore using the virus to broadcast their own political views to the American people, making the government seem bad, possibly changing society's view on the government. The next impact being how the media impacts how people view the police. When the news reports on anything relating to a police officer in headlining news, they always like to make it seem bad. According to reporter and journalist Alexa Morelli from the Odyssey in December of 2015, when it comes to reporting on an officer's violent or misconduct, the reporters often make the races of the police officer and the victim an important part of their story. They bury the important facts about the actual case in which they fail to remain the objective. All cops aren't bad, but the media likes to make it seem like they are to influence people's views and possibly cause a big uproar. If the media would be able to report on a situation involving law enforcement without bringing up anything about race at all, the public would be able to form their own opinion on the issue, therefore making everything viewed and handled a lot differently than the way they are being handled currently. When officers are reported as being racist by the media, it tends to make society believe that the police like to scope out people of color just to hurt them or take them to jail. In conclusion, I hope that I have helped you and given you the knowledge of the negative impacts that media can have on society. The first way was how it affects mental health, the second way how it affects psychological health, and the last way is how it could influence people and change their views on society as well as many other things. With all of that being said, I am not trying to persuade you to stop using any kind of media. I just hope that you'll keep in mind all of the ways that it can impact you as well as society as a whole, and to not believe everything you read or hear. Thank you.